studying communication for 3 years. I used to be an antisocial introvert, but now I've mastered communication, and in this video I'm going to teach you the exact method I use to have fantastic conversations 90% of the time. So this video is going to be life-changing. These are principles that I learned from books. These are principles that I've used in real life. I use them today pretty much, and I'm going to teach you the secret forbidden techniques to actually have better conversations than 90% of people, and actually be a master communicator and have conversations no problem, and speak in a way that makes people want to be friends with you, speak in a way that's influential, speak in a way that makes other people feel good and make you look charismatic. That's what I'm going to teach you in this video. Now, I've pretty much never heard anyone talk about these tactics I'm going to teach you, not in the way I'm packaging it. So this is going to be something that's new. It's not going to be repeated bullshit, and it's absolutely and utterly going to change your life. So I don't like wasting time. I'm just going to get straight into it. So the first thing you got to understand about conversations is that, yeah, they're pretty simple. You're just talking back and forth, but what a lot of people have trouble with is starting them. People don't know how to start conversations. So how exactly do you do that? Well, the most natural ways to start a conversation, from what I've seen, is either 1, give a compliment, or 2, ask a question. Now, by far, giving a compliment is far better than asking a question. Because think about it, if I go up to someone and say, "Oh, I like your sweatshirt," 1, that makes them feel good. 2, that makes me seem like a good person. That's a great first impression, making someone feel good. So automatically, right off the bat, in a snap of a finger, the first words out of your mouth is making them feel good. It's giving a compliment. You're automatically coming from the frame that you're going to give to this person. It gives a great first impression, and that's just the best way to start a conversation, a compliment. Because after that, it's building rapport, right? You give someone a compliment, it shows that you're not hostile, it's building rapport with them. It's by far the best way I've seen to start a conversation. So if you want to start a conversation with anyone, especially strangers that you don't know and you need to build rapport with in the snap of a finger, what you can do is you can give a compliment. I did this yesterday. I was at the basketball court. There was this YN. He was wearing a ski mask and stuff. He looked super intimidating. But, you know, I see these guys all the time at the basketball court, so I'm not intimidated by them. But I was playing, so I walked up to him. He was looking my direction, so I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" So I went up. I had my hand out, going up for a dap up. And what I did was, I said, "Hey, what's your name?" He said his name was Sherman. And I said, "Oh, I like your sweatshirt." He said, "Oh, thank you." So automatically, right off the bat, this guy I've never met before, I built rapport with him in a snap of a finger because I gave him a compliment. So automatically that shows that I'm not hostile. Automatically it shows that, you know, I'm not an enemy of his. I'm not going to be problematic for him. It shows that I want to be cool with him. And then right after that, I asked him, and that made him feel good, right? Because I genuinely liked his sweatshirt. It's not something that's ingenuine. I genuinely liked it. And then I asked him, "Do you want a 1v1? He was like, "Yeah." And then I left a good impression on him. So next time I see him, he's going to be like, "Oh, I like this guy." So by far, the number one way to start a conversation, especially with strangers, is to give a compliment. However, if you know the person already and you know them for like months or years, and you see them, you can just start a conversation by asking a question. Like just the other day, I saw my friend Elijah. He was sitting down on his laptop playing a game in class. I walked up to him. I said, "Hey, what game are you playing?" And he was like, "Oh, da-da-da." I was like, "Okay, let me see some action. Let me see you get a high score or something." So you can just start a conversation by asking a question. But there's things that you got to understand, because you can't just start a conversation with anyone, right? So what's the first? I'm trying to get my thoughts together. But basically, when you go into a conversation, you need to read people's energy. Because a lot of times you'll ask someone a question, you'll be like, "Hey, where is the directions to the bathroom?" And they'll have this bad energy. They'll have this energy that they don't want to talk to you. So you need to read that in an instant. So I've taught you how to start a conversation, but you need to read if you should continue talking to this person, or should you back off and just ask a question and leave? So you do this by reading their energy, read their body language. Like the other day, I walked up to my friend Daniel. I said, hey, what are you writing? And he went, oh, nothing. And he was like hiding his laptop. So I'm assuming he didn't want to talk. So I just walked away. You need to make that read in an instant, okay? So yeah, you can start conversations, but you need to read whether or not this person wants to talk or not. Maybe they're not in a good mood, so just leave. But if they're in a good mood, they're receptive towards you, they're like, hey, how are you, da-da-da, you can continue talking to them. That's what I've noticed, okay? So make sure you make that read after you start a conversation, whether you ask someone a question or give them a compliment. And you can compliment your friends. You can start conversations by complimenting your friends too. You don't just have to ask them a question. Complimenting is by far the best method to start any conversation. However, yeah, so you make the read. After you make the read, the first objective of this conversation, I'm going to give you objectives that you need to do, okay? The first objective of this conversation is to, one, match that person's energy, okay? So you already made the read, whether they're social or not, whether they want to talk or not. You made that read. So now you can go into this conversation. One, you need to match this person's energy. If they're low energy, you can't walk up to them like, hey, how are you, da-da-da. No. If they're low energy, you need to start with low energy because this is going to build rapport at first. So they're low energy. I walk up to them. Hey, Daniel, how are you? Dap you up. Ask you a question. I see he's low energy. So I'm going to stay low energy. But then I'm going to slowly rise my energy throughout the conversation. Same thing if he's high energy. I can't just go up to a high energy person who's hyped to see me. Like Elijah comes up to me. He's like, hey, Abu, how are you? Daps me up. Imagine if I went like, hey, how are you? Yeah. You think that's going to build rapport? Obviously not. So you need to match that person's energy because that's what's going to build rapport. And if they're low energy, you can slowly start raising the energy throughout the duration of the conversation. That's the first objective. That's what you want to do. Along with that first objective, I said you want to match their energy, but at the same time, you need to come into the conversation as if you're old friends. That's how you want to greet anyone. So let's say I'm walking up to a complete stranger. I did this yesterday with the guy at the court, like the story I just told you. But let's say there's a complete stranger right there. You need to approach this person as if they're an old friend you haven't seen in a long time. Because what that's going to do is it's going to make you naturally more friendlier, and it's going to make that person naturally more receptive towards you. So imagine that person you're going up to talk to, whether it's your friend, actually your old friend, or a just stranger you just met. Walk up to that person like you're old friends and you haven't seen each other for a long time. If you walk in with that frame, naturally you're going to come across as more friendly and less hostile. And you're automatically going to build rapport in a snap of a finger. That's the objective. So I walk up to Daniel. I'm like, oh, hey, Daniel, how are you? Act like they're your old friend, and automatically their brain is going to subconsciously know that you're friendly. And they're going to act like they're your old friend. That's how you got to approach people, because that's the most friendly way to do it. And that's going to build rapport, and that's going to make the other person like you. So I know it's a lot. I'm talking about a lot of stuff, and I'm going to talk about a lot more later. Just to quickly recap this portion. What you have to do to start conversations is either compliment or ask a question. After you do that, read that person's energy. Do they want to talk or not? Are they low energy or are they high energy? Like, are they social or are they not social? Read that person in an instant, in a snap of a finger. Do they want to talk to you or not? 3, you want to match that person's energy. Are they low energy? Match it. If they're super high energy, match it. It's going to make you a masterful communicator. And 4, you want to make sure that you're approaching this person in the frame as if they're your old friend you're meeting after a long time. Because that's going to make you super friendly, and that's going to make that person feel much more comfortable around you, especially if it's strangers, right? That's how you want to approach people. Now I talked about entering conversations, and I'm going to start talking about what to do in the conversation. So in the conversation, what do you actually talk about? Well, Dale Carnegie, he wrote this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And he wrote this book, and in the book he mentioned that you are probably you would be 5 times more effective when it comes to making friends if you're genuinely interested in other people compared to trying to get everyone interested in you. So this is the philosophy that I took into conversations, and it changed my life forever. In conversations, not many people are going to do this, but you're going to start doing this. You're going to use the forbidden technique to get people to like you and become a master communicator. So you need to be genuinely interested in other people. So like, what do you talk about in the conversation? You want to be interested in them. So if you're interested in them, what are you going to do? You're going to ask them questions. And that's the goal. Try your best internally. Force yourself to be genuinely curious about this person. Oh, where'd you get the watch? Oh, that's a nice watch. Oh, you went to this store. Oh, okay. Oh, you go to that mall. Be interested. Ask them questions. You want to let the other person speak. Let them speak their mind, okay? And you just listen to them attentively. And you can't just listen to them like, oh, okay, yeah. Actually listen. Oh, you went to this place. Okay. Oh, what'd you do there? Oh, no way. You need to make that person feel as though you're really listening to them and that you're actually curious about what they say. And then listen to everything they say. They say, oh, I went to the mall. Those are questions. Every time they say something, they're giving you threads to pull on that you can build off of. Oh, you went to the mall. Oh, which mall did you go to? Oh, I went to so-and-so. I went to XYZ mall. Oh, I went there last night. Oh, did you see the big Christmas tree they put up? Yeah, I saw the big Christmas tree after I got a smoothie. Oh, where'd you get the smoothie from? Build off of it. Every time they say something, there's threads you can pull on to continue the conversation. So you want to be genuinely curious about them. Ask them questions. Let them talk, because the quickest way you get someone to like you is by making them talk about themselves. Okay? That's how you get people to like you. So, with that being said, you also don't want to make it an interrogation. Don't just ask questions and say nothing. Oh, you went to this place. Oh, you went to this place. Oh, and then what did you... Don't just ask questions. You need to add your own dialogue. You don't want to make it an interview. Don't make it feel like an interrogation. Okay? And naturally, if you're a great communicator like me, and you can just speak and riff off the top of your head like this, then naturally, you're going to have some stuff to say. But you don't need to be a master communicator to say some stuff. Just don't make it an interrogation, right? Don't just keep on ripping them with questions. Add your own dialogue. Oh yeah, I went to that mall and I saw that Christmas tree. Yeah, it was super big. They have a massive Christmas tree there. Yeah, they do. Add your own dialogue, okay? Just give your own opinions. I actually don't like going to that smoothie place, no. Yeah, but I'm actually a slushy guy. Give your own dialogue, give your own opinions, okay? Just make sure it's not make sure it's not an interrogation. It's a conversation, it's 50-50. But really, what it actually is they're talking mostly about themselves and you're attentively listening to them while also giving your own comments. That's how the conversation should be if you want to be an effective communicator and if you want them to like you, okay? Now, the fourth objective, third, fourth, I don't know which. So let me go over the objectives real quick. The first objective of the conversation is to approach someone as if they're your old friend. The second objective is to match their energy. The third objective of the conversation is to give them a compliment. So I said earlier, you can start the conversation with a compliment, which is one of the most effective methods of doing that. Because it's going to make them feel comfortable. They're going to like you more. It's a great first impression. You can start a conversation that way. But also, somewhere in the conversation, you want to give them a compliment. Okay? Because this is going to make them feel good. And people associate how they feel with you. If you go up and talk to someone all the time, and that person's always making you feel bad, always insulting you, then naturally they're not going to like you. But if you contrast that with going up to someone that you like, you're going to realize that that person always makes you feel good. So you want to make them feel good. How do you do that? You give them compliments. Find something you like about them. Actively be searching for it in the dialogue. Oh, I noticed you had that watch on. I really like that watch. Oh, what brand is it? Oh, I need to buy one of my own. Give them a compliment. It could be a direct compliment. It could be an indirect compliment. An indirect compliment was like, I work cashier. So what I did was, I needed to check this person's ID because there's cigarettes and stuff. I need to give them the tobacco, whatever. But I need to check their ID. So the person, the customer, she asked, oh, do you need to check my ID? I said, oh, you look young, so I need to check it. That's an example of an indirect compliment. I wasn't directly complimenting her, but the situation arose. Oh, you look young, so I need to check your ID. It's an indirect compliment. And she was like, oh, I'll take it, I'll take it. So I made her feel good. That's the objective. Make people feel good. All right? So find something you like about them. Give them a compliment. That's the third objective of the conversation. The fourth objective of a conversation is that find something you agree with them with. So, or find some common ground, right? When you're talking to them, you're genuinely curious about them, so you're extracting information. Oh, you go biking. Oh, no way. I also go biking. Find something you have in common. This is extremely important because what this is going to do is it's going to build massive rapport with this person. If you find out they go biking, say, oh, I also go biking. Now this is going to place you subconsciously in their tribal mind. It's going to subconsciously place you and them, or you and them on the same team. And that's what you want, because as soon as you're subconsciously on the same team as someone, they're going to feel much more comfortable around you. They're going to see you as one of their own. It's going to build massive rapport. That's why all the athletes in high school, they all hang out with each other. You know why? Because they're quote unquote on the same team. Even if one plays basketball and one plays lacrosse, they still have something in common, right? A whole bunch of swimmers hang out together. All the baseball fans hang out together. The tennis players hang out together. The people who like anime, they hang out together. So you want to find something that's going to place you on their team in a way. So they go biking. Okay, they like football. Talk about football. Oh yeah, did you see the game last night? That's going to subconsciously place you and them on the same team. This is going to build massive rapport. It's going to make you a massive communicator, or master communicator. So find something. And the easy way to do this is just to find something they agree, or you agree with. So let's say they say, I think LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. What you can do is you can agree with them. Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, LeBron James, he's got to be the best basketball player of all time. When you agree with someone and their ideologies, they're going to feel like you're one of them. Because think about it. If there's two Christians, they're automatically going to feel more connected than a Muslim and a Christian. Because the two Christians, they have something in common. And it's just ideology. It's not like they both watch football, they both do this. But they're just they have something in common. They have the same ideologies. So if you can agree with someone's ideologies, you're automatically going to subconsciously be on the same team as them. Yeah, I think LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. Agree with them. This builds massive rapport. At the same time, though, don't be a yes man. I'm going to check the time real quick because I don't want to make this video too long. But at the same time, don't be a yes man. Have opinions. So, yeah, you want to agree with them on something, but also you want to find something you disagree with. But make sure it's not a big thing. Make sure it's not like politics. Don't disagree with them on politics. Don't even get to politics because people are super hype about that. It's a controversial subject. But don't be a fan. Don't agree with everything they say. Have an opinion. Like the smoothie example. Oh, I got a smoothie last night at the mall. I really like my strawberry and banana smoothie. Oh, I actually don't like smoothies that much. I like slushies. Slushies are way better. What's wrong with you drinking smoothies? Find something you disagree with, because that's gonna make you seem like you're on the same level. Because what fans do, they agree with everything. Oh my God, Drake, I love your car. I love your I love your music. I love your haircut. That's what fans do. This is Drake. This is them. Fans are agreeing. If you want someone to be friends with you and you don't want to be seen as a fan, you need to position yourself on the same level. How do you do that? You disagree with them on something light, not something major, but something light. Yeah, I don't like slushies, or I actually don't like the color red. I like the color blue. Blue is way better. Just disagree with them on something so you're not a fan. So yes, you want to find something you agree with so you build common ground, but you also want to find something you disagree with that's not too significant, that will place you on the same level as them, the same social status in a way. That's what you want to do. So that's objective 4. Now the 5th objective when it comes to conversations is to transfer the convo you're having, where you're genuinely curious about this person and you're talking, oh, you went to this place, oh, that's so awesome. Get them talking about themselves. But now you want to move on to the 5th objective, which is banter. You want conversations to get to the point where that person feels comfortable being insulted by you. So there's a principle that Dale Carnegie talks about, which is never condemn, never complain, never criticized. And that's extremely true. Whenever you're talking to people in general, you never want to criticize them or blame them. Why would you put the wrong information on the poster in the group assignment? Why would you do that? You never want to belittle someone. You never want to do that. Never criticize someone, never complain, and never condemn people. Oh, you're a fucking reprobate for doing that. Reprobate. Stupid word, bro. You're a fucking reprobate for fucking picking your boogers. Fuck you. You never want to do that. That's a principle that's gonna serve you well. Never criticize, condemn, or complain. Complain like, oh, it's so fucking hot in here. You know why you don't want to criticize, complain, and condemn? Is because it comes across as negative. And what does negative do to people? It makes people feel bad. The whole objective, the whole idea of being charismatic is to make people feel good. So make sure you're always staying positive, right? You want to stay positive. Don't give people bad news. Like, oh, don't you have work in 30 minutes? People don't want to hear that they have work in 30 minutes. Don't remind them about bad shit. Don't be negative. Oh, we're never going to get out of this maze. Fuck, we're trapped here forever. Never be negative, because it's going to make people feel bad, and they're going to associate that bad feeling with you. You always want to be positive. Always talk about positive things. Oh, Christmas is coming up. New Year's is coming up. Talk about positive things. This is something that you consciously need to do. Always stay positive throughout the entire duration of the conversation. However, there's one exception. And that exception is banter. You want the relationship and the conversation to be so comfortable. You want to be so comfortable with this other person that you can have banter with them and insult them. Like just today, I was playing chess at the lunch table or whatever, because they have chess there. I was playing chess, and my friend Keegan, he was like, I'm saying their real name. My friend Keegan, he was like, I was reading a chess article that you shouldn't put the king in front of the rook because they can easily take your rook. Basically, that was the basic. For those, I know you don't play chess, or maybe you do, but that's the basic idea of what he said. And I said, shut the fuck up. I said that to him. Now, naturally, that's going to come across as hostile. Naturally, that seems negative, right? That completely contradicts the principle that I was talking about, the principle that Dale Carnegie coined. I said, shut the fuck up, Keegan. That's what I said. Now, naturally, it's going to seem like it's offensive, but Keegan, he's so comfortable with me. Like, we know each other. We know we're not going to be super negative. We know we're not going to mean that negative thing. I don't actually mean it. Shut the fuck up. But it's like a joke almost. It's a banter. And that's the level of conversation. That's the level of rapport you want to build with someone. You want to have banter back and forth. Like entire conversations can be banter, just insulting each other. This works with men. For women, I don't know. Because I know women get super emotional. This bitch, she fucking called me, da da da. I don't know about women. But for men, we bond with each other through insulting each other. Another way you can build rapport is actually by being racist. I know this sounds fucking terrible, but you can be racist with someone. Oh, you're a fucking Chinese dog eater. Maybe don't say it like that, but being racist and having banter is also another way of building rapport. Yes, it's negative. Yes, it's insulting someone, which is something you never want to do. But you want to get to the point where you have so much rapport built that you can insult them and they feel comfortable that you don't mean it. So somewhere in the conversation, have a little bit of banter, give a little insult, but the idea, what am I trying to say? You want to make sure you don't go too hard on them. Don't actually insult them. Yes, you want to insult them and have the back and forth banter, but don't insult them on an insecurity. If you see someone's fat, fucking 500 pounds, don't call them fat. Don't insult them on a clear insecurity they have. You want to insult them on things that they're confident in. If someone's really, really attractive, insult them on their looks. Oh, you're fucking ugly, fuck you. Right? Because they're confident in the fact that they're attractive. But if someone's fucking fat as shit, 600 pounds, don't say, bro, you are fat as shit. Because that's going to hurt them deep. So when you have banter with people, which is the fifth objective, once again, you want to make sure you don't assault people on things they're insecure about. Insult people on things they're confident about. And that's the fifth objective. Now, how do you end a conversation? Because yes, you can go on and on and on and have this person talk about themselves forever. And yeah, it will get them to like you. But how do you end a conversation? Well, naturally, there's a few ways it can end. I think there's like two main ones. Either the conversation slowly dies down and the energy gets low, and this person doesn't have as much energy, I don't have as much energy, so we kind of just walk away. It was nice seeing you, I'll see you later, and walk away. Or what you can do is say, I have to go. Maybe they're talking, they still have energy, you don't have energy. You can say, oh, I have to go, it was nice talking to you, I'll see you soon. That's very important. Say, I'll see you soon. Don't say goodbye. Say, I'll see you soon, because that's future pacing. That's setting up a new interaction in the future. I'll see you soon. You're planting the idea that you're going to see them once again later on. Right? You don't want to come across as if you're never going to see them again. You want to come across as, I'm going to see you again soon. So that's why you say that then. See you soon. Alright? So if they're talking still and the conversation is going good, but you don't want to talk anymore, what you can do is, okay, bro, I'll see you later. It was nice talking to you. I gotta go. Look at the time. You wear a watch, the cheat code. Oh, look at the time. Just wear a fucking watch, bro. Oh, look at the time. I gotta go. They're not gonna ask you why. Oh, what do you have to do? They're not gonna fucking ask you. But you can just say, yeah, I gotta do some shit if they ask you. But just say, hey, it was nice talking to you. I gotta go somewhere, but I'll see you soon. Have a good one. If you could just end a conversation like that. Okay? Or maybe you're in a classroom and you don't want to talk to this person. So you can't just say, I'm gonna go, right? You can't just say, I'll see you soon, it was nice talking to you. Because you're still in the same class. Like maybe you want to talk to this person, but end the conversation with this person, Ricardo, and go talk to Danny. Maybe you want to do that. So you can't just say, oh, I gotta go, I'll see you soon, nice talking to you, see you later. You can't just say that in a classroom. What you can do is, you can say something, and when there's a pause in the conversation, just walk away, bro. Like, because when you're in a classroom, it's a social environment, right? So it's natural for people to walk away and come back and shit. So when there's a pause in the conversation, let's say Ricardo said, yeah, I was walking my dog and he got ran over by an ice cream truck. You can say, oh my God, that's so sad. I'm so sorry for you. If you need anything, I got you. And then you can just walk away after you say that. It's not weird. It's not unnatural. But if you're going to actually leave, let's say you're going to leave the classroom, you can say, oh, it's nice talking to you. I'll see you later, bro. And then walk out. That's the easiest way to end a conversation. You want to do that especially when an awkward silence is coming up. So you're talking, and he doesn't have anything to say. I don't have anything to say. So what you can do is say, oh, I gotta go. It's nice talking to you. I'll see you later. Say that if any awkward silences occur, because some people, they don't know how to talk. You're gonna meet people who aren't good at socializing as you are, which is fine. But as soon as an awkward silence happens, just end it there. It was nice talking to you. I'll see you later. Just end it there, okay? That's how you do with awkward silences as well. So I basically taught you everything you need to know when it comes to conversations and having great ones. I taught you so much shit. Holy fuck. You were lucky as fuck. Because the shit I just taught you now took me years and years and years to learn. And I still have more things to teach you. And if you want to learn more things when it comes to transforming from an introvert, shy guy to a people person and a social Chad, if you want to learn everything you need to know, all the hard lessons that I had to learn, all the things I wish I knew years ago when I was in class and I didn't talk to anyone because I was too shy, all the lessons, all the roadblocks you're going to have to, all the tactics, if you want to learn absolutely everything when it comes to transforming from an introvert, shy guy to a social Chad, you can learn everything I know, which is a lot of shit. You can learn everything I know in the communication lab, where I have everything, basically. It's going to take you from shy guy to social Chad. That's the transformation I'm going to take you on. So if you want to join, it costs money, right? You can check the price by clicking the link in the description. It's going to take you to the sales page. You can see if you want to join, you can see all the stuff in there. If you want to join and change your life. It's a phenomenal program. But yeah, that's how you have conversations in 2026, okay? 2026 is coming up. It's a new year, new opportunities. Human interaction is becoming more valued, especially with the innovation of AI. Everything is going to be automated. Companies are going to automate their cashiers and the employees. So you're not going to see people when you go into fucking 7-Eleven to get your slushie. You're not going to see people anymore. It's all going to be AI. So what's happening is that human interaction is becoming super valued. It's becoming far more valued than it's ever have in human history. And what you can do is you can get ahead of the curve. Before everything gets taken over by AI, what you can do is you can get in early. You can become super good socially, super good at speaking in the communication lab, and you can get ahead of everything. You can become higher value just because you're good at communicating and good at being human, good at socializing, all of that. Because it's going to be one of the most valued traits in the upcoming years. And if you want to learn absolutely everything you need to know to go from a shy introvert to a social Chad, you can join the communication lab. The link's in the description, and change your life. I'm going to see you over there. I'm past that. You click the link, you go to the page, you're going to see me over there. So I'll see you there.